Before we begin, an important disclaimer. This video is for educational and informational purposes only. All information presented is based on verified news reports, court documents, official records, and publicly available information. We are not affiliated with the Walt Disney Company. This is a journalistic examination of publicly documented incidents. Viewer discretion is advised. Some content may be disturbing. Now, let's begin. Disney, the happiest place on earth. A magical kingdom where dreams come true and childhood memories are made. But what if I told you that behind the castle walls, beneath the fireworks and fairy tales, lies a much darker reality? Deaths that were covered up, abandoned theme parks left to rot, secret tunnels hiding disturbing mysteries, and tragedies that Disney never wanted you to know about. Today we're pulling back the curtain on the dark side of Disney, and trust me, you'll never look at Mickey Mouse the same way again. Let's start with something Disney desperately tries to hide: deaths at their theme parks. In November 2024, something shocking happened at Walt Disney World in Florida. 5 people died at the resort in less than 1 month. 5 deaths, 30 days. One of them was found dead at the Saratoga Springs Resort, with reports simply stating, "dead person." But here's what makes this terrifying. Disney has a protocol to make deaths disappear from public record. When someone dies at a Disney park, they're never officially pronounced dead on Disney property. Instead, Disney rushes them off-site before declaring death, keeping the death count at their parks technically at 0 in their records. But the deaths throughout Disney's history are even more disturbing. On January 3, 1984, a 48-year-old woman was decapitated on the Matterhorn bobsleds ride at Disneyland. A seatbelt malfunctioned, throwing her from the cart. She was then struck by an oncoming cart, decapitated at the happiest place on earth. Disney settled the lawsuit quietly for an undisclosed amount, and the story was buried. Then there's the case that shocked the world. June 14th, 2016.
That was a tough message to deliver to them, to let them know that at this point, their child is dead.
A 2-year-old boy from Nebraska was playing at the edge of the Seven Seas Lagoon at Disney's Grand Floridian Resort at 9:15 p.m. when an alligator emerged from the water, grabbed him, and dragged him under. His parents watched in horror as their son disappeared into the dark water. His body was found the next afternoon. But here's the cover-up. Multiple reports claim Disney had received warnings about alligators in that exact lagoon for months, but chose not to post warning signs. Why? Because alligator warning signs would ruin the magical atmosphere. Only after the tragedy did warning signs suddenly appear overnight. Disney also quietly removed nearly 100 alligators from the park within weeks of the incident. And it's not just accidents. There have been 2 actual murders at Disneyland. March 7th, 1981. An 18-year-old was fatally stabbed in Tomorrowland during a fight, but Disney didn't call an ambulance. Instead, they sent him to the hospital in a Disney van with a park nurse, prioritizing their image over a dying teenager's life. The family sued for $60 million. They settled for just $600,000. Why? Because Disney's lawyers are that powerful. Now let's talk about Disney's most disturbing tradition: spreading human ashes at the parks. It's illegal, it's forbidden, but it happens at least once every month. Families sneak cremated remains into Disney parks and scatter them everywhere, on the lawns, in the flower beds, on the rides, during fireworks shows. But the #1 location? The Haunted Mansion. People are so obsessed with the Haunted Mansion that they scatter their loved ones' ashes inside the ride, hoping they'll haunt it forever. Disney employees have confirmed that the iconic cobwebs inside the Haunted Mansion often collect human ashes. Yes, those cobwebs you see. They might contain dead people. Disney has a special cleanup code for this. HEPA cleanup. When ashes are detected, cast members use special vacuums to remove human remains while guests continue riding. Think about that next time you're in line for the Haunted Mansion. But Disney's darkest secrets aren't in the parks people visit. They're on the islands people forgot about. Discovery Island, once a thriving wildlife attraction in Disney World's Bay Lake, operating from 1974 to 1999. Then one day, Disney shut it down without explanation and left it to rot. The official story: bacteria in the water made it unsafe. But that's not the whole truth. Urban explorers who've illegally visited the island report finding abandoned animal cages, rotting buildings covered in mold, and structures that look like they were evacuated in a panic. Some claim the government bought the island from Disney for secret purposes. Others say Disney discovered something on that island they didn't want the public to know about. Then there's River Country, Disney's first water park. It closed in 2001 and has been left to decay for over 20 years. The water turned green. The slides rusted. Everything Disney built there is now consumed by nature. Why would Disney abandon multi-million-dollar attractions and leave them to rot instead of demolishing them? What are they hiding? Some believe these abandoned properties contain dark secrets Disney can't afford to expose. Others think removing the structures would require investigations Disney desperately wants to avoid. Beneath Disney World and Disneyland, there's a massive network of secret tunnels called utilidors. Officially, they're used for trash disposal and staff movement, but urban explorers and former employees tell a different story. According to declassified documents, Walt Disney worked as an FBI informant for J. Edgar Hoover, reporting on Hollywood figures suspected of communist ties. In exchange, the FBI helped Disney bypass regulations during Disneyland's construction. Some former cast members claim there are areas in the tunnels that are off-limits even to most Disney employees. Locked doors with no explanation, strange symbols on walls, rooms Disney refuses to talk about. What's really down there? And why does Disney guard these tunnels so aggressively? The question is, what else is Disney hiding? Because if this is what we know about, imagine what we don't. If you want to see more dark secrets from corporations hiding the truth, subscribe and hit that notification bell. Because trust me, Disney isn't the only one.